What's up, Raiders? Welcome to Raid today for Thursday, July 20th, 2023. I'm Gestel from Gestel Gaming, and the last Call of the Arbiter launched today, along with the 10x event for all the Supreme Void champs, and a new 10x event with a guaranteed Void Epic announced for the weekend. We're going to discuss all that and more here on Raid today. Alright, so make sure you go ahead, if you've been watching these, go ahead and watch them. If you're not watching them, at least come in here and grab the free resources. Very easy to just share and scoop. Share and scoop. But this is the 10th. Now, I don't know if they're going to be coming out with more. Honestly, don't even know if they've announced anything one way or the other. But just be sure to get all the, if you haven't been doing the codes, you can go back and do the codes individually. So if you've missed any of them, you just have to do them in order. You only have a week and 6 days left to do that though. So maybe tomorrow I'll put a list out of all the codes. So if you've missed the last couple, you'll be able to go back through and finish those up. So I'll make sure I have that in the description tomorrow. I'm going to have to go through today and find them. I'm sure someone in my stream will have it, so I'll just ask them very nicely, and then we will post it for you tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that if you've missed any. If you've been doing all of them all along, hey, nice job. Way to keep up with things. I'm pretty sure I haven't, so I'm going to have to do it for myself. But along with the final episode, the Supreme, and I say Supreme because I don't know if any of them are really Supreme. I used to call them the Supreme Pizzas when they announced this. Of the four, Elhain was a fragment champ. Kale was a guaranteed champ. I can't remember how many void shards it was. Maybe 100, maybe 110. Ethel is terrible, unfortunately. They should have made her the best because I feel like she's the weakest in her epic and rare forms. Maybe Gaelic's rare is the weakest. But Supreme Gaelic is excellent against Hydra. But to be perfectly honest, I somehow pulled this guy on my free-to-play account, and minus Hydra, Artek outplays him. Like I've just improved my Dragon hard mode 7 run by I tried Gaelic first, Supreme Gaelic first, and then I put Artek in. Artek knocked it down by about 15-20 turns. So I don't know how Supreme Gaelic is really there. Obviously the block buffs is amazing on Hydra. I'm sure is usable other places, but Artek is insanely good and was a free champ, so I find it hard to call any of them Supreme. They're pretty good. They're not like Taurus or Marichka, you know, in the Voids where they are actually Supreme champs. Like I think it's just maybe a bad name they gave them. I don't know. Alright, I digress. They've also announced a 10x for this weekend. Now, they are doing a guaranteed for Akemtum. I've always messed up that, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Maybe the last time I said it was correct. They did do a 40 for him, I believe, like last Christmas, like right when he came out. Maybe it was Thanksgiving-ish time, maybe November. I still haven't pulled this guy. I've pulled so many Void Shards since then, going for Taurus and George. It's shocking I haven't pulled him, but it was 40. I'm pretty sure it was 40 back in December, and now they're doing it again, but it's 30 shards. So 30 shards for Akemtum. Maybe it's a good time to go for it because the Void Legendary that's part of the 10x for this weekend is the new guy, Grajor Iron Guts. I say new, he's not super new anymore. This guy's insane. I'm not going to go through all their kits. I just want to give you an idea of what the 10x champs are. But Grisor, so if you're gonna be pulling for Grisor, you might as well pull 30 and get Akemtum along the way. If you're pulling for more, good luck. I hope you get him. He's an awesome champ. He's almost like a Krisk, just a little bit different. Also has enemy max HP hits, so super, super strong in Hydra. You could probably find other places to use him as well. Alright, quickly going through the rest of them. Harima. I love Harima. Insanely good. I might even pull some shards this weekend. I doubt it, but I would love to empower Harima. I feel like she is pretty much a must pick in Live Arena. She brings so much, especially if you're going up against like a Tars, someone who's bringing a ton of damage. She's going to be able to mitigate that and the rest of your teams. I pretty much use a second pick for me if I'm able to do it in Live Arena. Next we got Martyr. Martyr is one of 3 counterattack champs. So she is excellent, excellent, excellent. I believe she's in the best Fire Knight team now. Not Valk, but Martyr. So maybe that's why they're pulling her out here. Next we got is Molly. Molly's got the only 2-turn AoE provoke in the game. It is not a guaranteed 2-turn, but it can be 2-turn. So that's pretty awesome. Molly, great champ, also has Revive. And then moving on to the epics, we've got Umbral Enchantress. She's an oldie but goodie. Bring in Provoke as well, but she's also really good for Hydra with the block buffs. Wouldn't be a bad one to snag if you're going for the Grajur. Vogoth. Vogoth in the same. Excellent passive. He'll heal the entire team. Also has a Provoke as well. I guess these are all Provoke champs now that I look at it. Taragi is the next one out of the Shadowkin. Taragi, excellent. Ally Protect also has the Provoke. He could be used in Clan Boss, Demon Lord teams. But I've used them definitely in Faction Wars on a couple accounts. So great champ if you pull Taragi. You'd certainly be happy with that. And finally, the last one, another champ I do not have. This is Scaramus. He has a Provoke, so there you go. Also has a counterattack, I believe he just puts on himself. And I don't know if he's good or not, but I've heard pretty good things about him, so he wouldn't be bad to snag if you're pulling shards this weekend. Alright, let's dive into tournaments. What's going on? We got the Dragon turn attack opened up this morning. Looks like they lowered the requirements about 150 points for Dragon. I don't understand why that would be different from the Spider tournament, but there you go. 6350 to get yourself a pull at the Prism Shards. Also, top 3 will get Prism Shards. And then the Champion Training Tournament is continuing. We got one guy pushing pretty hard for the skin, and pretty much nobody else doing anything. You can, at 8100, get yourself another pull at the Prism Shards, and 10,000 will give you the Lego book. This might be worth going to get the Lego book. There's some good resources along the way. I always like trying to get these essences. You can never have enough. There's always champs in that marketplace that you're going to want to scoop up, even if it's just like the 1-star. So if you're going for it, I would say at least get to that point. Alright, let's look at events real quick. It's still Deck of Fate. Only 15 hours left. Now, I believe if you don't pull these, they convert it into silver. And I don't think it's a whole lot of silver, so I'd recommend just pulling, as many as you possibly can. There are some decent prizes in here. I'm going to pull the rest of, or we're going to flip the rest of these. It's not technically a pull. I'm going to be flipping these cards during stream today. Twitch.tv/GustelGaming. Would love to see you there. Tomorrow, Summon Rush to go along with the 10x. Makes sense. We'll see what's in there. Maybe we'll see some more, some of those Prism Shards in there. That'd be nice. And then a Dungeon Divers, everyone's favorite. But if you're farming Dragon, might as well get some Dungeon Divers in with it as well. So those are all the tournaments and events going on right now. Lastly, I'd like to throw out my daily reminder of the Forge Pass. Not much time, less than a week to go on the Forge Pass. Make sure you're doing it every day. But that is all I got going on here in Reed today. Good luck. If you're pulling for any of those Supremes, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you really want to, good luck on it. But until tomorrow, I hope you have an awesome night. Take care.